Today's video is going to be a February hits and misses, and this will be a version of February favourites. So if you're used to watching that kind of video, then this will be very similar. I'll just run you through my favourite products in February, which are the hits, and the products that I didn't like so much, which will be the misses. So I'm just going to get straight into it because I've got a real mixture of things. I've got beauty, lifestyle, food bits, and the first hit is actually the reason why I've got such a mixture of things to share with you this month, and it is my rebranded blog. If you're not a follower of my blog used to be called Le Beauty Girl, which was also the same name as my YouTube channel, and this month I finally made the decision to rebrand everything and change it all to my name, which is Ysis Lorenna, and I have purchased a new domain, so you can find my blog at www.ysislorenna.com. I'll have it all annotated down below. I know it's not the easiest name to spell or to try and guess how it's spelled, and I have done a blog post explaining why I've changed, how the decision came about to rebrand myself, and I'll leave also a link to that blog post below if you're curious how it all happened and why it all happened. But it was basically because I felt that I had outgrown my old name and my old blog structure, and that I needed a platform where I felt comfortable talking about lots of different things, not just beauty anymore. Obviously beauty will still be the main focus of my YouTube channel and of my blog, but I feel like I'm able now to talk about other things without feeling like it's out of place. So if you were a follower of Le Beauty Girl before, you're not going to miss any of the posts with the change. Everything still remains the same. It's just I've got a new URL address, a new website address, and I am doing things under my own name now rather than at Le Beauty Girl. All the links will be updated down below. And you may also have noticed that my YouTube channel is no longer called Le Beauty Girl, it's called Ysis Lorenna. I worked really hard on this, and I would love your opinions and your comments on the rebranding and what you think of me changing up things slightly and being able to bring to you more things that I'm interested in, not just beauty. Now moving on to some actual things, which is what you're here for. The next hit on my list was this Soap & Glory Puffy Eye Attack Turbo Boost Hydrogel, and this is basically an eye cream, and I've been using this at night just before I go to sleep. It has quite a unique consistency. It's very gel-like, but it's very springy. I put my finger in there, it's quite springy, the texture, and I find it to be very nourishing, very hydrating, and just lovely on underneath my eyes, and that's what I've been using all month. So I highly recommend it, and it's not something that I hear many people talk about. The next hit is an old favourite that I have rediscovered this month. It's the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I have had this paint pot for years. I probably shouldn't be using it anymore, but it's still good, it still works, and it hasn't dried up at all. And I've been loving using this paint pot as a primer on my eyelids before I put any eyeshadow on, and it has sort of helped my eyeshadows last longer and not crease. And I used to use concealer, just concealer over the top of my eyes before I put any eyeshadows on, and I found that my eyeshadows were starting to crease later on in the day. So I went back to using this, and I had no more creasing of my eyeshadow, and I absolutely fell back in love with it. The third hit on my list for beauty is the new Benefit mascara. It's the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm sure you've all been hearing lots and lots about it. It's their newest mascara launch, and it's supposed to give your lashes a lot of curl and length. I have done a full review of this mascara on my blog with before and after pictures, so if you're interested I'll leave the link to the review down below. You all know that I like the Benefit Their Real mascara as well, and that is my all-time favourite mascara, but that's a lot harder to remove and it's a lot more long wearing. But I've been loving this one here for a more natural sort of like running around the house, doing errands, going shopping, want to take my makeup off very quickly when I get home. I have been choosing this mascara. The next big hit for February is something that I discovered towards the end of the month, but it has already made a lasting impression on me, and it's the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and this is an eyeshadow palette. It's not a new eyeshadow palette, it has been around for quite some time, but I bought it recently and oh my god, I just love this palette so much. It is very neutral, as you can see. All the shades are quite wearable. You have a row of shimmery shadows and then a row of matte shadows underneath, so there's plenty for everybody's tastes. If you like shimmer, if you like matte shadows. I have been enjoying using this dark brown here mixed with some of this lighter brown and a little bit of this shimmery shade there. Let me get closer so you can see. Don't know if you'll be able to get the full effect, but hopefully you can. I have filmed a video, which I still need to edit, of me doing a matte makeup look using this palette, so you'll be able to see it in action very soon. But I just love this palette. Moving on to skincare and some pregnancy bits. The next hit is the Secret Saviours kit, and this comes with a support band for your belly and 2 creams, one for the day, one for the night. And what this does basically is that it helps prevent stretch marks. I know that a lot of people say that stretch marks can't be avoided. If you're prone to them, you will get them. If I'm prone to them and I get them, then that's not a problem. But at least I know that I'm doing everything I can to not get them if I can avoid them. So I was contacted by this brand, Secret Saviours, and they asked if I wanted to try their products. First of all, these are the creams. This is the night cream, which is the one with the purple circles, and this is the day gel, which has the green circles. Now what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to put the day gel on, and then you put the band. Let me just get the band for you to see. The band comes in this little box and it looks like this. It's just a black stretchy material and it has these little kind of grooves inside, but they're soft and rubbery so they don't hurt your skin, and this bit is supposed to be where your belly is in touch, and this is the outside bit. So you've got the back support there and you've got the belly support. So you're supposed to put the day gel on, and this is quite a sticky gel, which I wasn't too keen on. I much prefer the texture of the night cream. And then you put the belly band, the belly support thing on, and you keep it on throughout the day, and this is meant to give your belly some support because it has these 2 bands underneath, and also to give your back support whilst preventing stretch marks. And then in the evening you put the night cream on, which I much prefer because it has a much lighter consistency and it gets absorbed really quickly. I've actually been using the night cream a lot more often than the day cream. I can't say that I have seen results yet, and also I won't be able to know if I'll get stretch marks or not until after the baby is born. The band is surprisingly comfortable. They do a small, a medium and a large. I've got a small and a medium on the belly, on the band, which is good because my belly is now growing a lot more and I feel as though I'm outgrowing the small quite quickly. This one is the small and it still fits me at 29 weeks. I really liked this. I didn't think I was going to, but it's very comfortable and I have thoroughly enjoyed it this month. The next big hit for this month was this little sound, what's it called? Speaker thing from this brand called Jabra. Now don't ask me where I got this because I can't remember. I will put a link to it down below if I can find it online, but it has been sitting in the bottom of my office drawer for the longest time and I just didn't think it was useful. But one day I took it out and decided to use it, and I have absolutely loved using this for playing music around the house. I know that the iPhone has speakers, but the speakers on the iPhone are not all that great, and if you're doing housework and your iPhone is playing music, sometimes you can't even hear it if you go into the next room. And this is just great. The sound quality on this is amazing. You can pair it via Bluetooth. You don't need any cables, any wires or anything. You just literally turn the Bluetooth on your phone, and this here will pair with your phone. So you could have your phone somewhere else nearby, obviously, and this somewhere else in the house, and it would still be playing your music. It streams Spotify, YouTube. You can answer phone calls on it, which is great, and I've been loving it so much. It comes with a little charging cable. This is the charging port there. I think it's a really nice compact speaker if you, like me, like to play music on loudspeaker around the house. Now for some food bits. I've been loving the Teapigs Spiced Winter Red Tea, and I know winter is nearly over, and this looks more like a Christmas kind of tea than anything else, but I found this in my cupboard and I have been looking for alternatives to regular tea because of the caffeine, and I don't want to drink decaf tea all the time. So I found these in the cupboard and I've been drinking them and I love them. They smell so delicious, so spicy and so Christmassy and warm, and I just love them. We're almost into spring, but I'm still enjoying it. And this is a naturally caffeine-free tea, which is great, and I just really like it. I like the way that the tea bags are this sort of like triangle shape, and they just, oh, they have the most delicious spicy smell ever and the most delicious taste. For meals, I have enjoyed this Weight Watchers from Heinz chicken and mushroom tagliatelle, and this is a very quick and easy meal for me to make for lunchtime or dinner when I can't be bothered to cook from scratch, or just when I don't have the time to do it. As you probably know if you watch my pregnancy videos, I've suffered lots with heartburn, and I find that chicken is not aggravating, and also white sauce on pasta and things like that doesn't aggravate it. And so this is sort of like the perfect meal for me because I know I will feel completely satisfied. It's a quick and easy meal to do. It is Weight Watchers, so it's slightly reduced in calories, which is good, but you still get the nutrition. And yeah, I highly recommend this if you like chicken and if you like pasta and if you're looking for things to eat whilst avoiding acid reflux and heartburn. Now let's move on to the not so nice part of this video, which is the misses and the things that I haven't loved as much this month. Going back to beauty, my first miss is this MAC Pigment in the shade Naked. You may recognize this from I think a what's in my bag video that I did a few weeks ago. And I mentioned that I bought this as like an impulse after having bought another MAC Pigment and loved it. But I just don't see anything from this. It just doesn't come out. There's nothing. It's just a dust. It's just dust. And there's no colour, there's no shimmer, there's no effect. It just doesn't really do anything for me at all. It could be that I'm the wrong skin tone for it. I don't know. I just don't think I get anything out of it at all. I can't see. There's nothing there. I just don't recommend it. It was a waste of time, a waste of money for me. Maybe if you're really fair, this will stand out on your skin more, but just didn't work for me. The next thing that I haven't enjoyed as much this month is the MAC Prep and Prime Face Protect SPF 50. I know, another MAC product, which is such a shame because I'm usually a big fan of MAC products. I just don't like the texture of this product. It is a good SPF 50, a good high coverage moisturizer, high coverage, high protection SPF. But the texture of it, it's just not what I like. It's thick, which is not a problem, but not only thick, it's also very sticky. Doesn't settle onto my skin. It kind of leaves a bit of a white cast that takes a long time to disappear. So if you put that on your face, it looks like you've painted your face white a little bit. It just looks a bit strange until it blends. And I don't find it blends totally ever. I find that it just stays there on the skin looking tacky. If you're just sunbathing and you want something to really protect your face, this is a really good high SPF. But I just don't like the texture of it. A tip for spring and summer: if you're looking for something to wear underneath your makeup, I wouldn't recommend this. Last but not least is something I bought on impulse and I just think I wasted my money. And it's these headphones from Sony. and they look really nice, and I like the fact that they are bendy. You can bend them like that and they go flat, so you can fit them in your handbag quite easily. I saw these on Amy Antoinette's blog, and I love her blog, and she writes the most beautiful heartfelt blog posts. And so I saw that on her, I think is what is in my carry-on for a flight or travel or something like that. And I thought, oh, these look like really good headphones, so I'm gonna go and get them. But the reason why I don't like them is because I think these ear bits here are far too small. So it doesn't go completely over my ears. It kind of sits on top of my ears, which in turn makes them really hurt after only a few minutes. 10-15 minutes and my ears are killing me because they're sort of like pinned against the back of my head. I'll just put them on for you to see. And I've got very small ears, and I don't find that they're good enough. They're just so small. It doesn't go completely over my ears. I found them extremely uncomfortable, so it was just a big waste of money. I think it was about £20. It's not cheap. I'm still looking for a good pair of over-the-head headphones that are foldable like this, so that I can fit in my handbag, and these did not do the job well. So that's everything that I had to share with you for my February favourites. I hope you enjoyed the different layout of this video with all the things I enjoyed and things I didn't enjoy. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. But don't forget to go and check out my blog with the updated web address, and don't forget to bookmark the new address. I also have a new logo, so everything is sort of matching now on all my social media, on my blog and YouTube, so I'm very happy with that, and I hope you guys like it as well. I have lots of videos coming your way, so make sure you subscribe to my channel as well to see when those come up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!